Fascism is a branch on the third position tree, fascism being the Italian expression of third position philosophy. There are many different parties that sprung up in many different countries that are referred to as fascist organizations, but third position being the more accurate term that binds the commonalities between these organizations. Third position ideals stem from universal philosophical concepts that manifest into material governments that organically grow and adapt to their national surrounding. This is why you will have differences on surface governmental applications between, let us say for example, Italian fascism and Spanish Falangism. While they may differ in aesthetics and procedures, they share the common wellspring philosophy of third position, thus making them unique but comrades at their core. Let us look at the core universal concepts of third position philosophy. First, we must understand third position is neither right nor left. There may be parts of third position governments that have aspects that may be in common with certain right-wing or left-wing beliefs, but that is as far as the resemblances go. Third position is created from the realization of the failures of both the right and left. Third position is a collectivist philosophy, meaning united we are stronger. It places the community over the individual. It is anti-materialistic, meaning it puts more value to life than what merely the naked eye can see. It promotes a spirituality, deeper meanings to life outside of just sense experience, being that it puts value in the citizen as a wonderful spiritual being who has untapped potential and therefore is not reduced to mere numbers as man is under the capitalist and communist economic and governmental models. Third position economics is anti-materialistic. Therefore, it serves as a tool to benefit the individual and the community, not dogmatic numerical gods to worship and sacrifice existence for. Man is not valued by his income, but more so by his honor and character. Third position is an idealistic political philosophy, meaning it places grand goals to achieve on the individual and the community. It is also traditionalistic and futuristic, meaning it respects the values of the culture that was the expression of a people's ancestors and their sacrifices, but it also moves forward in technology and science to obtain the goals of the community. Lastly, it is a law and order system, punishing bad behavior, not tolerating subversion, but rather rewarding discipline. These are the core philosophical components that every third position organization shares at their wellspring. Thus, this is why it has been confusing for many people to try and define fascism, because typically the layman will try to define it by its material components rather than its philosophical core. With that said, let us quickly materialize a hypothetical third position platform to show how the philosophy can and is manifested into reality. Being a collectivist ideology, it must create a common ground among the people to get them to work together and treat each other as somewhat of an extended family. This is created by forming unity. Unity is strongest under homogeneity. Therefore, our hypothetical system would endorse and promote nationalism, and depending on the country in question, that nationalism can come from either ethnicity, as it did in National Socialist Germany, or in religion, as it did in legionary Romania, or shared culture and history and experience, as it did in places like Spain, Brazil, and Italy. A country like America would fit the latter examples, while a country like Sweden would fit in the former, being based around ethnicity. Being anti-materialistic, economics is now made to better the community as a whole. Therefore, education and healthcare would be nationalized. An economic system like syndicalism can be employed where, just for example, we can say profit is divided into 3 categories for every business: the employer, the employee, and the state. Avoiding division from class warfare and the vultures that seek to amplify division by pitting citizens against each other is obtained by A. Shortening the gap between the pay differences of the classes. B. True meritocracy, meaning even the ditch digger's kid goes to the finest Ivy League school if he has the aptitude to do so, just as the heart surgeon's kid is not guaranteed the finest universities because of wealth, but ends up where his drive and intelligence takes him, be that an Ivy League school, a trade school, or some other pursuit. C. Now work is not simply to make a company rich while the worker stagnates, but is actually a vital part of the system which in turn benefits you and your community. Therefore, work loses its purely material functions of making someone rich and has a deeper meaning of being a vital part in the betterment of yourself, your family, your community, and your nation. Being idealistic, it places grand goals on self and community. And since profit for corporate oligarchies is no longer the main motivation of economics, harmful advertisement that feeds on man's lower instincts are no longer. What is encouraged and advertised are healthy, moral, upstanding people who strive to be their best selves, therefore producing their best results. Potential that goes untapped in most people today, thanks to corporate oligarchies feeding on man's sex drives, gluttonous instincts, and other biological hardwiring that advertisement has learned to tap into. On a macro level, since individuals can no longer hoard resources, now resources are used for grand goals, say like planet hopping, exploring our universe, or the deepest depths of our ocean. As life is given more value as we all play our part in trying to answer and contemplate the many mysteries of existence that currently go largely forgotten about in this current cycle of work to consume, to feed physical urges, repeat until death. Traditional and futuristic, we know what man is and what woman is. Both science and tradition agree here. Religious beliefs are respected, but so is the pursuit of science. Our ethics are maintained and do not change with the times, but our technology does. Scientists are no longer reliant on grants from private corporations serving their own interests, but are well funded by the community, the nation, because they play a vital role in the advancement in the people as a whole. Law and order. If you violate laws, you go to work camps and you work yourself free. You learn what it is to be a contributing member of the community. If the crimes are so severe, you receive capital punishment. The madness of today, where people are committing random violence against their fellow citizens or molesting the young, are no longer tolerated and dealt with in a minimal manner, but instead are dealt with in a maximum manner, where it is made clear you are not wanted and your life is not worth more than that of the community. And this is a quick example just to highlight how the philosophy of third position can be erected into actual politics. What is most important to understand is that third position philosophy, the core universal tenets of it, are simply guidelines to building the politics of a people. It is the people who, through their support of a leader, that use those guidelines to create something truly progressive and beneficial to both the individual and the group. For further reading to understand more in depth than what was presented in this video on the core philosophical components of third position, please read The Origins and Doctrines of Fascism by Giovanni Gentile. Only 100 pages long, this should be viewed as the Bible of third position, and it will help you understand and even solidify your convictions of third position political philosophy.